Hello, everybody, and happy Tuesday to everybody out there. And I want to welcome you to another episode of Life with Fritzy. Today, we're inside my kitchen. My other rooms in my house are being occupied at this moment. But I'm at my table, and I don't know, I just looking around like, maybe it'd be nice if one day I can just, rename my show Table Talk with Fritzy, but then it'll kind of take away from Jada Pinkett Smith's Red Table Talk. So I don't want to copy. Sorry, Jada. So I don't want to copy nobody. So I just do my life for Fritzy. I want to welcome you again to another episode of this. I want to know, how was your day today? If you worked, how was your work day? How was family life? How was today? How did you spend your day? Today, on a side note, I am here because I am going to, today's not like an uplifting day for me. I did have like kind of like a bad, I can't say like a bad day, but kind of like not having like good news today. So I was just a little down today, but it's okay. You know, we go through those days where we have our good days and then we have our bad days, and we have days that are just off for it. But today, I'm sorry, I had no makeup on. I'm just like, it's raining outside. It's not a good day, so hey, it is what it is, right? Today, I don't know if anybody knows me or knows what I've been going through. I just had, for the last couple months, it's been rough and been hard for me. I've been struggling with finances and stuff like that, and my job for months has been decreasing hours, where I have not been getting all the hours I've been getting. And I've been barely scraping the bottom, barely making it to even paying the bills, and stuff. So I just been a little struggling here and there. And I had these two jobs that I applied for, and I went to the interviews. Everything was great. Everything was good. Everything went well. It looked like I had them in the bag. I was like, oh, okay, we can start these jobs. And then today, I got emails and called that they decided to go with somebody else. Which was, I don't know, maybe I took it a little hard. I don't know. I took it so far where it's just been where I just felt like let down. I felt like, I don't know, maybe it happens when you get your hopes high on some things. You tend to take things a little personal, just. I needed to breathe it. I think maybe because I'm always like home and nothing to do most of the time. So it's usually just me and my daughter most of the time. I'm really not with anybody. I really don't have anything. But, things change. People go through things that, we go through disappointments in life. But the good thing is we don't let them get us totally down or just takes over. It's just a little bump in the road, and hopefully, things will change for me. Hopefully, with this YouTube channel, things will change for me. One thing I am for me, I'm a fighter. I don't give up on anything, and even though if I don't have, I still continue to help others, and always trying to make every day a positive day, no matter what you go through. Right? For a living. Today's episode, I want to talk about, I know I apologize again. I didn't get to doing the grocery thing, which I'm going to be doing tomorrow. So look out for that video tomorrow. I'm going to be videotaping tomorrow. It's going to be me and my daughter. We're going to be in the car tomorrow. It's going to be about grocery shopping. So we're going to talk about different stores we go to, compare prices, and I save a lot of money when I go grocery shopping. Okay. So, I want to talk about domestic abuse and stuff like that. So before letting my big videos get out and whatnot, and things start going viral, start getting more subscribers and stuff like that, I want to tell you a little more about me besides what I told about my family. So I know I told you I have 4 kids. Yes, I do. I have 4 kids, and I was married previous, and I had, my life wasn't also great before. So it's kind of freaking hard for me to talk about. There's a lot of things that goes on in my life that I don't want to share with anybody. I just usually keep it to myself. But I figured this is a way, like, to get awareness out, but also like an outlet for me. Like, I can be able to, like, get things off my chest that have bothered me for years. I don't know if you've noticed, I am a woman that comes from a battered, abused relationship. So like I said, I didn't have all the best of luck in my life. I know a lot of women out there are struggling with domestic abuse, let it be verbally, mentally, physically, emotionally. Abuse is abuse. There's no cutting corners, there's no way around it. It's abuse is abuse. Some worse than others, but it is abuse. It's abuse that I think that nobody should have to go through. And I think me personally going through things like that made me have an insight look on what abuse does and what it does to your self-esteem, your personal outlook in life, just you personally. Your children also affects your kids and your children in life. It's not a good thing. But I went through a lot of abuse in my life. Starting as when I was a child. Not like my mother, not like that, but I never had any relationships that were kind of positive in my life. If I get choked up, sorry. It's hard for me to talk about things sometimes. As you see in the videos, you see my sorry. I don't know. You didn't notice that my teeth are like not perfect, right? Well, a couple years ago, I was married. I was married for 6 years, so almost 7 years. Yeah, 6.5 years. And during that marriage, it was good. It was great. It was. I mean, in the beginning, it was. I mean, I went through a lot of. It's when I lived in Florida, so I went through a lot of hardships. I went through a lot of problems with him, his family. I went through a lot of racism in his family, where his family really didn't accept me too much because they didn't believe that Jamaicans should. My grandma's Jamaicans should be with any other race but Jamaicans. And since I was Puerto Rican, they didn't like that too much. So I went through a lot of that stuff. I went through a lot of things with him. During this video, my family's gonna find out things that they didn't know what's going on. Yeah. I went through certain things with him. It was good in the beginning. I'm not going to say it wasn't. It was. Towards the last 2 years of our marriage, things went downhill a lot. It was a lot. He started getting very aggressive. He went to the army, so he was in the army for a while, and I stood by him and did everything I had to do as a military wife, and I supported him and all that stuff. And he came back and he started like getting with his family and stuff like that, so stuff started happening. So in our marriage, I experienced a lot of infidelity, so I put up with a lot. And every time he was out there, he worked for an airline, so There was times we used to be in New York. I'm going to visit my mom in New York and fly and go see somebody else and be with somebody else. And social media, social network. Oh my God, that was a big thing. It was always on the dating sites and having other people. There was one time we got into it, a bad argument, and it was when my church was in school. So my kids were in school, and there was one waiting home. He was off of work, and we just got in a bad argument because I said, I asked him, like, I'm not a bad person, like, I'm not a bad woman. I want to know, like, why, like, why would you do me like that? Why would you treat me like that? Like, I just didn't give you a reason for you to do that. But he kept on, and he was just saying that Jamaicans are Jamaicans, and they the woman's place is to stay quiet, not to question them or what they do or who they date and who they be with. And as anybody who's as a Puerto Rican, no. Latin person, no. No, you're not gonna have me and have 3 other 4 other people. No, it's not gonna happen. We got in a big argument about it. I went to go walk away, like, just had enough of it. I went to go walk away, and he grabbed me on my tongue, let go, and he sucker punched me in my mouth. I fell on a glass table that I had in the living room and checked inside my tooth. My family would ask, like, what happened? Why? Like, when I went to go see my friend, they used to ask me why. So I would tell them, like, oh, I fell or something happened. I don't know. Oh, I don't know why my teeth. I think I got rid of this. I don't know what's wrong with my teeth. Just, my kids, they don't know my kids. I told my kids the same thing because they got home. They say, Mom, what happened? I'm like, oh, I don't know. My son, my tooth, I don't know. I kind of protected him. I didn't tell anybody. I didn't go anywhere to tell anybody because I just didn't want my family fight with my husband. Wouldn't any fights because my family wouldn't go for that. Neither my kids or my son. My son has ADD and my son's real close to me, and he would have found out, oh my God, I don't want that war in my house. Well, I didn't want that. I know it's kind of bad on my part, but I didn't want it. I didn't want nobody to know. I was embarrassed because I had this teammate out there. My husband was so great and he was so wonderful. And when he got to me, it was just so embarrassing to tell anybody. So I didn't tell them. Plus, I'm a woman that I dealt with it before. My kid's biological father, I was with him for almost 8 years. I went through a lot of abuse with him as well. So I got hit. So it was like I was constantly being abused. I felt like that's all I deserved because that was always happened to me. I was always getting beat up all the time. It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing for anybody. And I'm sorry that I'm crying. It's hard for me. And all this stuff that I'm revealing to all these is stuff that was hidden inside. So I never told anybody. So it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard because I'm talking about stuff that I relived, and I'm opening old wounds that I thought was closed, but on that. On another note is, I went through a lot. And then when years passed, we had left Florida, getting to move to Pennsylvania. I know he hadn't planned to like, oh, well, we're going to move to Pennsylvania, close to your family, that we get life and we come back down after we get some stuff settled. Well, I didn't know that in his plans was to leave me eventually. He had plans with his mother and his parents and his family to leave me. So in the middle of the night, this my teeth have been partially because of domestic violence, because what he did to me, and one day in the middle of the night, he got up while I was sleeping, my kids were sleeping. I was so tired. I think I had the flu that night, and I was so tired. And my baby, Asia, my 7-year-old, she was just a baby. She was in I think she had just turned a year. She was a baby, and we were all sleeping. I was sick then, so I was sleeping. So he waited till I fell asleep until they sleep and had all his things like in a crate or something. I know one day I asked him what was he doing with stuff in the crate, but he was like, "Oh no, I'm just organizing some stuff," is what he was saying. I didn't think nothing of it because why would I? Okay, you're organizing stuff. Okay, got up all his stuff in the middle of the night. Took what he could. He left a lot of stuff, like, because we remember when I came moved from the store from Florida, I lived with my mother, so I had to stay with my mother for a little bit, and I had all my stuff in storage. Whatever, he left a lot of his stuff in storage. Whatever he could take, left me in the middle of the night with my dad, never to see him again. So, he later on find out he had somebody. He had got somebody. He had made a whole new family life with this girl. Moved with his family. I think I'm not sure if he got her pregnant or something. I think that's what I heard. But it took it on while, next time I saw him was in divorce court was when he had filed for divorce, and we were doing this whole divorce thing. He wanted to divorce me and whatnot. So on top of dealing with abuse, I also deal with marriage abandonment. So I went through a lot. I never got help. I never seeked help. Any of that stuff. I never talked about it. I was scared to talk about it. I was embarrassed on top of everything because it was like everybody knew, and it was such an embarrassment for me as a wife. Like, I was never good enough. Either I'm abused or I'm left. So I was never good enough for anybody. So that was my thing. But I deal with that, handle it. My kids took it hard too, because we all just didn't know why we were shocked. Like, one day I'm married, the next day he's gone. So it was like everybody was just like, my kids were like, well why? But, so I my kids took treatment a little bit. My kids went through things. I went through things. I later, the husband I'm with now, we're not married. We're engaged and not married. But as far as culture, we say we're married. When you live together, we're married. So sorry, we're married. I was still torn when I got with my husband, my fiance, my boyfriend, whatever you want to call it. I was just harboring a lot of stuff. He's good. He's good to me. He never put his hands on me, abused me, anything like that. We did have our problems and our hardships, which later on we'll talk about stuff like that. But we did have our problems and not understanding, not communicating. We went through our things, but he was always there. Let me backtrack a little bit. After I went through that abandonment, I went through a period where I was turning to a lot of wine, alcohol. I just did not know how to deal with anything that was going on. Processing, I was abandoned. I was a single mother. I'm a divorcee wife. I didn't know what to do. I still have feelings. I had answers. He wouldn't talk to me. He changed everything, emails, telephone numbers. I didn't know where he was at. So I did not know. When relationships dissolve and people break up, they usually know why. They got to answer why. I never got an answer. I to this day, I don't know why he did. So I never got my questions answered. So I was sick of drunk all the time. What stopped me from drinking was I was not eating. So I was drinking, going out drinking with my sister, but I wasn't eating. And I believe within 3 months, I think I lost 50 pounds. Honestly, God, not exaggerating. And I was just drinking. I didn't care. Like, I wanted to numb whatever I was feeling. I was feeling hurt. I was feeling badly. I wanted to numb myself. I was still good mother to my kids. My kids were well taken care of. My family was always there with my kids. It was always well taken care of. But personally, me, I wasn't taking care of myself. Which got me to going drinking one time with my sister and coming back and that side of that mouth where he punched me and my tooth that got cracked and got knocked out, and when he falling in my face, I made it worse. So it just like, that's my teeth. That is, I know I don't have money to fix my teeth, that's why I haven't got it. So if you see videos, I know people are going to start talking, oh my God, look at her. And I am self-conscious about that. Yes, I am. But it is who I am. I mean, eventually one day, hopefully I get money so I can be able to fix my teeth. But for right now, I had to wait. So that's my story on why my teeth are not perfect like you see in everybody else. I mean, I did have beautiful teeth at one time. I'm going to show you pictures of me. I did. But with bad relationships, abuse, and stuff like that, my body endured a lot of scars. It's not pretty, but I'm living. I'm a survivor. I wanted to, share with everybody my story. And everybody has a story. Everybody has a past. This is mine. But above everything I endured in my life, I endured racism with jobs. It's probably why I don't have a job right now. I mean, I do. I'm like in between jobs or whatever. I endured racism. On the job, I endured abuse, verbal abuse, physical abuse, so much. But I don't give up. I don't give up. The last thing anybody could, or you should never lose in life is your faith. Always have faith that things are going to get better tomorrow. It may not be right away tomorrow, but just hold on. Things will get better. I didn't talk to anybody. I had not to talk to anybody, but I am here. I'm an example, and I'm a person that I would give my heart and soul to help people. I see so much stuff going on today, and it's just like I just want to help everybody. So I just want to tell you that's my story, my abuse. It's not my complete story, but as years went on, I mean, I had jobs, I had good plays. I mean, my goal is to move back to Florida because I still want to go back. I miss Florida so much. I talk about it every day. I've been talking about it for a good 6 years since I've been here in Pennsylvania. I want to go back. I am working on that. I'm working on getting money, working on doing what I can do. But I want to let everybody know. I want you to tell me what your story is. Put your comments in the bottom. Let me know. If you don't want to tell me your comments at the bottom, you can always email me. You can inbox me. Give me social media, whatever you want to do. I'm always here to listen to your stories. If I can offer any help to anybody, I will help you. I remember I told you I was going to talk about domestic abuse, but I was just telling you about my story. I think later on in one of my videos, we're going to, around our table talks, I'm probably going to have like a guest speaker from like Women's in Crisis or something, and we're going to talk about signs. We're going to talk about what we can do, what we can turn to. Nobody's alone. Don't ever feel like you're alone. I feel like I was alone a lot of times. I mean, I knew there was help out there, but my pride and I was just so embarrassed with everything about me coming back to Pennsylvania. Where I never saw it. I always said I'm never going to come back here. I don't want to come back here. I had this beautiful life with my husband, and nobody knew what I really was going through. Was not a pretty picture. But I want to let you know, if you are going through this, if you know anybody who's going through it, any idea, any person that you know that they're scared to reach out, give them my handle, give them my email, whatever. Together we can try to get that person up or try to get you help if you're going through it. I know it's embarrassing. I know what you're going through. It's embarrassing. It's not the best thing to talk about. Not to let anybody know that you being abused, but I was abused. I am a battered woman. I'm a survivor, but I'm here, and I'm here through the grace of God. I'm here through my family, my children. I'm here. I'm here to talk about it. I'm here to be here for you. So let me know what have you experienced? Have you experienced anything? Do you know anybody who went through a certain situation? or whatnot of domestic abuse, please, I'm all ears. I'm here to talk to you. I'm here to be with you. Together, remember, we can make a difference. We're gonna make it happen. Trust me. You're not alone in this world. You got me. You got Mom. You got Fritzy. I'm here for you. And then I know somebody will be there for you. So, yeah, just drop down your questions. Any questions you have to ask for me? You need any answers? Do you need any numbers? Anywhere to turn to? Please, 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 I stress you, please don't feel alone. Don't lock yourself. Because I went through depression. I went through severe depression. I went through, my body and my mind and my spirit went through so many emotions. I went through a deep depression for a very long time. And I mean, people kind of knew what some people that kind of backed up because I get like very angry. I got to a point where I was very angry. Nobody could talk to me. I was at an angry point. If you have any questions or anything or anybody that went through anything, just leave me in the room. I'm always here for you. You can always contact me if anything. Again, if you have forgotten, my email is fbelly75@hotmail.com. My Snapchat handle is FritzyH if you want to reach me on there through inbox or through regular Snap. My Instagram is Diamond DYMUND Girl GURL 717. That's my handle there. Also on my Twitter account. Sorry, my Twitter. My Twitter. Sorry, I don't see it. My Twitter is Diamond Girl GURL 717. You can on there too. My name is Fritzy, so you can also look me up Fritzy up on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. My Facebook is Fritzy LeBron. You'll find me on there as well. So again, if all else fails, the best way I think is to reach me on Facebook. So you can either message me and direct message me. Instagram, I'm also on there as well. So and Snapchat, I'm on there a lot. I like to snap a lot. So just contact me on there if you need to have any questions, want to talk to me, anything. So let me know. Let me know in the comments below. Let me know what your questions are. What do you think about this abuse? What you went through? What do you know somebody went through? We could talk about it. Does somebody need help? We can always reach out for help. I'm always here to help you. Again, thank you for watching my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Please, please, please like, share, and subscribe. Please share with your friends. Share with anybody who would like to subscribe. Please join the fun, join the topic. There's a lot to cover, a lot to talk about. So I'll see you then. Again, God bless. Lots of kisses. God bless. And please have a blessed day.